Hey guys, check it out. You're watching Jonathan Clarke on YouTube. Oh no! Ever since I was at least 25 years old, I knew about the power of Descendants of Zombies. I just never knew or realized how popular it would eventually become, becoming the greatest franchise in Disney history. This franchise has changed our lives for the better. It has brought us all closer together as friends. We understand each other better, and I love commentating on Descendants of Zombies, so this fit perfectly with what I wanted to do. I wanted to create a show and launch it in a way that everybody would feel loved, feel respected. The same amount of respect will be shown to your favorite franchises and your favorite stars who have made the franchise possible for each and every one of you. Although, I wouldn't say they made the franchise possible for each and every one of you, because you're the reason why Descendants of Zombies exists. Because of you guys, I have more friends out there that I didn't even realize existed, or that I ever would have as a commentator. You guys have been incredibly supportive of me since the very first video was uploaded here on this YouTube channel. When you could have quit on me over a year and a half ago, you didn't. And some of the very first subscribers I've ever had on this YouTube channel are still here with me. And to be honest with each and every one of you, I can't believe that you put up with me for this long. Thank you so much for all the love and support you've shown on this YouTube channel. Just when I think somebody is not going to subscribe out there, somebody always shows up with a lovable personality, a beautiful smile on their face, and they hit the subscribe button because they love the videos that I upload. I say this because years ago I was providing commentary on everything from video games to movies to TV series, and it wasn't really making a whole lot of sense to a whole lot of people. So I thought my career was over. I've been on YouTube for a very long time. I've been podcasting for over 27 years. That's almost 3 decades ago. And in those 3 decades, I have been involved with some of the most unbelievable opportunities that I could have ever been presented with. But this is the greatest opportunity that I've ever been given. The chance to be your voice of Descendants of Zombies, which honestly is the greatest honor of my life. Because, you know, people upload videos out of their house every day of their life, and they might get 100 subscribers on their YouTube channel, and that might be all they've ever seen. This YouTube channel is produced out of my home, from my office, and I have over 3,000 people subscribe to this YouTube channel, which is an incredible honor of mine. I cannot believe that I have 3,000 subscribers, or just under that, another 200 subscribers to come in, and I'll hit 3,000 subscribers. If you were to tell me this last year, or even 10 years ago, that I would be sitting here with 2,800 people subscribed to this YouTube channel, I don't know if I ever would have believed it. But it happened because of each and every one of you, and because you shared in that same passion that I believed in so much, and that's what separates me from every other critic out there who criticize Descendants of Zombies, and what makes this the most powerful Descendants of Zombies YouTube channel in the world. It's the most popular and the most powerful because of its incentive. I have wanted to show your favorite Descendants of Zombies stars the respect that I believe they have deserved for forever. I don't think that anybody deserves to cry or feel upset about Descendants of Zombies and their performance, because the level of performance from Clarke and Sherelle and Meg Donnelly is off the charts. It never fails to blow my mind how popular they are because of how popular of characters they portrayed, from Addison to Red to Chloe Charming to Mal to Evie, if you talk about retro Descendants characters. Actually, I just saw some photos of Sophia Carson on a Sophia Carson fan page on Facebook, and it brought me back to all the time that I used to watch Descendants. And if I've told you I've watched Descendants 100 times, you would better believe I've watched Descendants 100 times, because it's really changed my life for the better, because if not for Descendants of Zombies, I would have never met all of you. And when I was at my lowest points in my career, and thought my career was headed in a direction I didn't even want it to be headed in, you guys turned it around and sent my career in a totally different direction. Sent me on this powerful journey to discover the power that existed from Descendants of Zombies fans, and found out how incredibly supportive each and every one of you are, and how your love for these videos is truly unconditional. That's what I think a lot of other YouTube creators out there don't really emphasize, is the power of these videos and what happens when you create it for a certain niche. When you fall in love with a niche, they will forever and always love you, and they will forever shield you against any criticism that you may encounter as a commentator for their favorite niches and their favorite stars. I have witnessed this firsthand, because for every hater that I have out there, and I know my haters do exist out there and they watch these videos all the time, I have the most incredibly supportive fans in the entire world. You know, it might go days before somebody subscribes to this YouTube channel, but somebody will always subscribe. Because they love Red, they love Chloe, they love Mal, they love Evie, they love the original Descendants cast, they miss them, they love the new cast, they love the direction Descendants 5, Wicked Wonderland could be headed in, they love talking about it with their friends on the school bus, they love talking about it with their friends at recess and lunch. It's so much fun being a part of a franchise that means so much to each and every one of you. You know, I only wish that years ago, when I was in high school, Descendants would have been there to inspire me, because I probably would have went on to be something far greater than what I am right now. All I am is a full-time YouTube creator. I've had a lot of opportunities in my lifetime, but that's all I ever amounted to. But the more that I think about it, being a full-time YouTube creator is really cool, because I get to talk to each and every one of you about how I feel, what happens throughout my day, how I feel about Descendants and Zombies. And come to think of it, I don't think anybody else does this gig on YouTube. They just review Descendants and Zombies in a 12-minute long video on YouTube and upload it and go away and get 1,000 subscribers overnight. I never thought this would happen to me, because all I ever do is just go to the mall, get a drink from Booster Juice, and come home and think I'm probably going to have 2 or 3 subscribers. And there are some days I put up anywhere from 10 to 15 subscribers to a video on this YouTube channel, which is truly amazing to me, because, as I said, I don't shoot these videos professionally. I just shoot these videos out of my office from my home. And that is unbelievable, because there are people who never see, as I said, 100 subscribers on their YouTube channel from shooting videos out of their home. There are people who could only dream to have 500 subscribers that do the same thing that I do. I don't know if it's because you find my commentaries on Descendants and Zombies informative, if you find them funny, if you find them educational. However you feel about these videos, thank you guys so much for hitting the like button and showing me love when I really needed it. Because a lot of people that I was in relationships with left me because of my passion for Descendants and Zombies, for those of you who don't know. They really did. They left me for my passion for Descendants and Zombies, everything having to do with Disney and Nickelodeon. I fell in love with these franchises and these companies when I was really young, when I was probably some of your guys' age, between 8 and 9 years old. And I've carried that passion with me, and it's forever and always held a special place in my heart for pretty much all of my lifetime, and it's never going away. There's an old expression that says you're reliving your inner child, and that's what I've been living my entire life. That's why there's a Mickey Mouse behind you. That's why there's a Minnie Mouse. That's why there's all these Squishimals. I love it. You know, there was a point in time in my life when I thought I was going to have to give up on Disney and Nickelodeon, but you guys showed me the incentive to create videos for you. You showed me the power of Descendants and Zombies, because Descendants and Zombies really does heal a person. It shows a person that second chances, hope, and true love some way or somehow out in this world really does exist. And I saw that through the powerful representation of the relationship between Mal and Ben from the original Descendants trilogy. I saw that with Kylie Cantrell, how she ultimately wanted to achieve more greatness than her mother ever wanted to see for her. I saw that with the powerful portrayal of Addison and Zed by Meg Donnelly and Mila Manheim, who they showed that even true love could exist between a girl and a zombie. I love that final scene of Zombies 4 Down in the Vampires, when they wanted more than anything else in their lifetime to spend the rest of their lives together in New Zealand. And they realized they had gotten to that point after 7.5 years. This has been an incredible journey for me of realization and discovering myself. Because I thought my career was over 7.5 years ago, and I honestly thought I would never be seen nor heard from again. And then after years of persuasion, people emailing me all the time to create a Descendants and Zombies show. I don't know if it had anything to do with how you guys knew I was a podcast host, how you knew how I had fame on YouTube. I don't know. But you guys just brought me back from out of nowhere. And I have each and every one of you to thank for rebuilding my career and giving me a second chance, even though I have an itchy nose every time seemingly I upload a video and I don't know what the cure for it is. So somebody could please tell me in the comments how to cure an itchy nose. Maybe it's me suffering from a zombie infection every time I record a video, which I'm always prepared for. I have to go for blood work next week. So I'll let you know if any signs of a zombie transition or something having to do with a vampire or blood in my system comes back. But every time I go for it, I always have to go for a second opinion. So next week I'll know more on what's happening with me. But I just want you guys to know, man, this is the most fun that I've ever had in my entire life. Even if I just get 1 subscriber per every video, it really is an honor to me to be able to commentate on Descendants and Zombies. You know, years ago, I used to do these shows at my parents' basement. My parents were alive before they passed away. And it was really challenging to create videos on nights that Mom would have bingo games in the kitchen, or she would have card games in the living room, and everybody would score, points on bingo, or so many points during 120s. It was really crazy. There were a lot of shouting. I couldn't really produce the show the way I wanted it to, but all I ever wanted to do from my parents' basement was for my voice to be heard. You know, Kylie Cantrell talks about wanting to live through the 1990s, and I was very fortunate to grow up in the 1990s and be a millennial. And it was so much fun for me being a millennial, because that was when TV shows like the Power Rangers, Buffy the Vampire Slayer, Goosebumps, and Are You Afraid of the Dark were at the heights of their popularity, and they were receiving raving reviews. People couldn't stop talking about these beautiful TV shows that inspired so many people from so many different different age demographics, and I was so fortunate to be a part of an era that was captivated by shows like Power Rangers, Sailor Moon, Super Dave Osborne, Are You Afraid of the Dark, Goosebumps, The Amazing Adventures of Spider-Man. I had the time of my life, and I also had the time of my life covering the Backstreet Boys' rise to popularity and superstardom, going down in history for being the greatest boy band of all time, NSYNC and their overwhelming popularity, Britney Spears and Christina Aguilera, and the battle of who was better. I remember all of it because my first podcast premiered on August 15, 1999. So if there was ever a girl that I would want to go back in time with and experience the 1990s with all over again, it would have to be Kylie Control, just to see the expression on her face. Because I know she would have the time of her life if we were able to pull a Phineas and Ferb and go back in time and live through the 1990s. If you ask me, would I go back in time and live through the 1990s all over again? I would, but the more that I think about it, if I lived through the 1990s all over again, would I eventually get to a point, if I had to relive out my entire life, where I would meet all of you? Because I think that you only get one chance to live, and you really have to make the most of every opportunity that you get. And I'm not saying that I wouldn't pull a Phineas and Ferb and go back in time, but there would always be that doubt in my mind if I went back and I changed time, like Red and Chloe did in the Descendants Rise of Red movie, in the first movie of the franchise in 2024 last summer, would I have ever had the opportunity to meet all of you? Because some of you have become some of my best friends. You may not realize it, but you're my best friends just because you watch these videos, you find my thumbnails, you click on them, and you watch them. And you shoot these videos to the heights of unprecedentedness when you give it 100 views per video, and it finds its way out into the YouTube recommendation system because of the YouTube algorithm noticing your engagement. Every single time somebody hits the like button or the subscribe button on this YouTube channel for this guy suffering with an itchy nose, what happens is more people find these videos and more people have a chance of subscribing. So the 2,797 subscribers can become 2,798 just like that. And more people can find these videos who love Descendants and Zombies. I can remember watching Descendants for the very first time in the summer of 2015 when I was trying to put my life back together, and I was looking for incentive. And I was looking for motivation to go on with my career and go on with my own life. And I was in the final few years of my career. My final podcast was approaching in December of 2018, and on New Year's Eve that night when 2018 became 2019, and I recorded my final podcast on New Year's Eve of all nights to record your final podcast, I really thought that my career was over. But the power of Descendants and Zombies proved to be unstoppable and unlike anything that I ever experienced in my life. Because Descendants and Zombies, just 4 years after it premiered, would be the reason why I would come back, why I would reinvent myself as a commentator, and produce the most unbelievable commentaries about Descendants and Zombies that anyone had ever heard before in their lives. Most of the videos that are being uploaded on YouTube are pretty much not filled with commentaries and points of view. They're just filled with criticism about your favorite stars. And that's why people like Kylie Contrell are crying all the time, why they can never make sense of their own lives. And that's why I'm here, to help them make sense of their own lives and produce up to 4 videos every day on YouTube. I think I will have one more video before the sun sets this evening, which I hope each and every one of you will join me for. I think that Kylie Contrell is pretty much just wasting her tears on things that really shouldn't matter to Kylie Contrell. What should matter to Kylie Contrell, which obviously it does, is entertaining each and every one of you to the best of her ability. And that's what she does. And that's all that people are asking Kylie Contrell to do. Nobody is asking anything more of Kylie Contrell. If anyone is asking anything more of Kylie Contrell, it's the label, or it's the producers of Descendants and Zombies, who really expect you to know more at such a young age when you're just discovering out your fullest potential and what your true calling is in life. That's why Kylie Contrell and Meg Donnelly chose to go the opposite route and produce their albums independently, which is always a constant struggle. I've seen so many people crash and burn trying to produce albums independently or EPs. But I think Kylie Contrell and Meg Donnelly really turned a corner, and turned a corner at the right time when Disney tried to take full control creatively of their characters they represented on Disney Channel movies or TV shows, and tried to turn it into something completely different than what they wanted it to be. So going out independently may have been a constant struggle for them, but they proved to be perseverant and they proved to be strong. And they're stronger because of each and every one of you. For the 458,000 people who have subscribed to social media accounts portrayed by Kylie Contrell, I just want to say thank you so much. For the 250,000 subscribers Meg Donnelly has on her YouTube account, I want to say thank you so much. And for the nearly 3,000 people that I have on this YouTube account, I want to say thank you so much. Because as I said, This YouTube channel was just a hit or miss for me. I didn't know this YouTube channel was going to have the incredible reach that it did. I didn't know that so many people were going to feel inspired by my videos and my inspirational thoughts about how a dream can happen for everybody, which I've been saying for 25 years, which had nothing to do with Descendants and Zombies. But I really appreciated how Kylie Control showed that she may have seen at least one or two of my videos by opening up the Worlds Collide tour by saying that a dream could happen for anybody. That was the greatest honor of my life, being able to tell you guys that dreams could happen for anybody, because I never ever wanted to take that away from anybody. Do you know how many times in my lifetime I've been told by guy friends that my YouTube channel would never amount to anything? I may get 3 or 4 subscribers. At that point, it probably would have been myself and my mom subscribing to my YouTube channel, because I have this one friend who blows shit up on his science project YouTube channel, which will never amount to the point this YouTube channel got to. His name's Josh. But I have been put down so many times for these videos, and I've been criticized for devoting so much time and dedication to the creation of Descendants and Zombies videos, because I really believe that there is a certain pride that goes with creating Descendants and Zombies videos. If you're going to talk about Descendants and Zombies, at least do it with pride. Show the stars the respect they deserve, and show the fans of Descendants and Zombies the respect they deserve for forever. Because you guys have seen your fair share of criticism just for being fans of Descendants and Zombies. You've been told to stop supporting the franchise. And I want to tell you anything but that. You've been told that we need to stop making Descendants movies. We need to stop seeing them. We need to stop watching them. And I just wanted to be a critic on YouTube that would actually say nice things about your favorite stars, and support Descendants and Zombies, if you would, in the way that it was meant to be supported, and give it meaning. Because you guys have really supported Descendants and Zombies to a point that I could never ever believe. The amount of support and the amount of love that you've shown your favorite Descendants and Zombies stars is something unlike anything that I could ever put into words for each and every one of you. And I just said here earlier that if I were to sit here and thank each and every one of you individually, I know I'd be here for forever, because I just can't thank one person. I have to thank each and every one of you individually. I have to say thank you to this person, thank you to that person, because some of the first 150 subscribers that I put up here on this YouTube channel really blow my mind, because some of the first 150 subscribers who ever took a chance on this channel and saw the good in me when nobody else ever did are still here. And I cannot believe that. I honestly can't believe that. I know that somebody is going to watch this video. Someone is going to hit the subscribe button. I don't know when, but eventually we'll see 2,800 subscribers, and then that puts us on the road to 2,800 subscribers, which is truly unbelievable. It is truly unbelievable for me. Now, I know there are YouTube channels that talk about Descendants probably with 5,000 subscribers, but that doesn't mean that we can't surpass them. With your guys' help, pretty much we can do anything with this YouTube channel. This YouTube channel could go down in history, if it isn't already, for being the most popular Descendants and Zombies YouTube channel in the world, in the universe, and in the galaxy. We could be hanging out with the Guardians of the Galaxy before this is all over, blowing shit up. I don't know, but each and every one of you have shown that you love this YouTube channel so much, and I just want to say thank you. I want to say thank you for that, because in all honesty, who is a YouTube creator without his fans, without his support? A YouTube creator is nothing without their fans and their support. And that's why I wish more YouTube creators that devote their time to talking about Descendants and Zombies would find really nice things to say about it in the franchise, because really nice opinions about this franchise really do exist. And it's proven time and time again for every single person who has ever taken a chance on me, who has ever hit my subscribe button, and given me incentive to keep coming back night after night after night, with video after video about Descendants and Zombies and the franchises that have meant so much to you for what feels like forever, and will forever and always hold a special place in all of your hearts. I know, from speaking from personal experience, this franchise and this journey has had a profound impact on my heart, and soon I will officially celebrate 3,000 subscribers. Not without your guys' help, but I will celebrate it. And I know I could never have gotten to this point without each and every one of you and your love and support. People can criticize me all they want for choosing to talk about Descendants and Zombies, but I talk about Descendants and Zombies because I recognize the passion and the certain pride that goes with talking about it. And if you don't have that certain pride or that passion that exists inside of your heart to talk about Descendants and Zombies, then you pretty much have no business or no place in the conversation or ever talking about it. And I've just wanted to take that away from the criticism. I wanted to shy away from the criticism. I wanted to wipe Kylie Control's tears away for forever, to let her know know ever since the age of 9 she's done nothing wrong. All she ever wanted to do was be just like each and every one of you, had a dream of dancing and singing and being an actress. And her family was incredibly supportive of her. So too was the family of Meg Donnelly. But for some reason, they think they're never good enough. They think they don't inspire enough people. Their reach isn't far enough. 250,000 subscribers on YouTube for Meg Donnelly is a dream of mine. 468,000 subscribers on a Facebook page for Kylie Cantrell is a dream of mine that I will never ever realize. Do you know how many people would have to subscribe to this YouTube channel for me to beat Meg Donnelly with subscribers on a YouTube channel? Over 150,000 of you would have to subscribe. And I know that is really impossible to have happen. In order for me to beat Mr. Beast, I need 416 million.2 subscribers. That is insane. I will never get to that point. Each and every one of you have made me a celebrity overnight. Even though I'm not, to the level of Mr. Beast just yet, I know that each and every one of you have made me a success overnight. And it obviously had everything to do with my commentaries on Descendants of Zombies. Some of them were educational, some of them were informative, some of them were funny. It was everything all in the one. But I like to believe that through how different these commentaries were, and must have seemed to each and every one of you, some of you probably thought I was crazy, absolutely insane. But a lot of you give me incentive to keep on doing what I'm doing because you've said in the comments that you love these videos. You love the Cameron Boyce tribute videos. You love my commentaries on Descendants of Zombies, how I rank the songs, the moments, everything that you forever and always cherish. While I know many of you will forever and always miss the original cast, while I'll still miss the original cast just like all of you, I know that the times have changed and we too have to change with the times. So what that means is, just as supportive as we were of the cast that was represented by Dove Cameron as Avia Carson, we have to be supportive of a cast now that's represented by Kylie Cantrell and Malia Baker, because their friendship is beautiful. If anything, Kylie Cantrell and Malia Baker's friendship inspires us to be friends with more people. It's inspired me to become more friends with more people and to be more kind when I see myself through the eyes of the character Bridget, who ultimately became my favorite character in the entire Descendants franchise, past or present. And I don't know how they produced Descendants 5 without Ruby Rose Turner. They did it, but I don't know how for the life of me they were able to, because her message of kindness was so powerful. It was so inspirational. And the song Life is Sweeter When You Are, nobody more beautiful could have sang that song than what Ruby did. So profound thank you comes from my heart to Ruby's heart for being able to convey such a powerful message of kindness, showing us how far kindness can really go in this lifetime, because kindness has a way of really making it to the furthest of hearts out there. And I've been left broken-hearted a lot in my lifetime. But every single time that I've been left broken-hearted, I've wanted the person in my life that I've been left broken-hearted by to know that I love them so much. So Life is Sweeter When You Are and the message of Descendants of Zombies has helped me do that. And I'm sure that Descendants of Zombies has helped you try to figure out your own lives, because sometimes you're caught up in the most unbelievable of circumstances and you don't know the way out of it. But Descendants of Zombies is always showing you the way out of darkness back into the light. And that's what Descendants 5 with Wonderland is eventually going to do for us too. It's going to be our light out of darkness every single time, and we're going to watch this 100, if not 1,000 times. And I'm hoping, in light of all the criticism, there are going to be people on YouTube who are going to provide you with great commentaries about how much they loved these specific franchises. I know for one thing, I will forever and always be here providing you with commentaries about my opinions about Descendants of Zombies within them, because I know that each and every one of you have held a special place in your heart for Descendants of Zombies, and this has forever and always meant so much to you. So I just want to show it the respect that it deserves. And I like to believe some way or somehow, through the power of Descendants of Zombies, I was able to do that. Because a lot of people wouldn't go out of their way to create as many Descendants of Zombies videos as what I have. That's the reality of it. Over 365 videos nearly have been uploaded on this YouTube channel. 365 videos. If you were to calculate that, that's one video for every day of the year. And I upload anywhere from 3 to 4 Descendants videos every day, 25-minute commentaries apart from one another, released within hours of each other, because I know how much it means to each and every one of you. And I don't even want to do anything until I record a video about Descendants of Zombies, because I know how much you guys appreciate and you love it. And I just want to say thank you so much for the 2,797 subscribers I do believe that I put up here on this YouTube channel. I don't know who the latest subscriber is, but I know she's out there watching somewhere today, and I just want her to know that, man, thank you so much, because just when I thought this YouTube channel had been put under a curse, which I seem to think every day of my life, and nobody's going to subscribe, somebody always shows up with a smile on their face and never fails but to hit that subscribe button. And I honestly can't thank you enough, because I don't know where I'd be without each and every one of you. So if you have not subscribed or you haven't hit the like button, you're probably going to want to go out of your way to do that just after 1:45 p.m. in the afternoon, almost 2 o'clock this afternoon, and we have 2,797 subscribers. It could be more, and it will happen when I least expect it. Somebody will never fail to hit that subscribe button. Having said that, I will return later on this evening with one final video, perhaps, about Descendants or Zombies. I don't know which one of them I'll be talking about, probably both, like I do all the time. I will be back later on tonight. Until then, keep kindness in your heart. Keep on being kind to one another, because kindness really does go that much further in this lifetime. Bye, YouTube. We will talk in just a few hours from now.